What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I am in the car and I'm ready to go into the gym and smash a really good session. And boy, do I have something good for you today. I'm gonna start doing one more series besides from the target series that I talked to you about earlier. And this is gonna be my top favorite exercises per muscle group for you to just take 1 or 2 or 3 or maybe 4 and add them into your workouts. So this is gonna be my top 6 hamstring exercises. Man, I promise you that you are gonna feel soreness after these exercises. So basically, these are my favorite 6 exercises, but I wouldn't recommend to do 6 of them in a row. I would recommend to pick like 2, 3, 4 of them and add them into your leg workout with like target hamstrings, or your glute workout, or if you just want to smash a quick and intense hamstring workout and just like do 4 of them. And the most important part when we talk about like training overall, it's so important to have your muscle mindset. You can pick up a light weight and make that weight heavy. Then you have the right mindset, then you have the right contact and the right performance of the exercise. It's really important to always like think through your muscles. When you are picking up a dumbbell or when you are picking up a weight, any weights, and you lift it up, you need to learn to get to know your body, like learn what muscle is moving, what part of the body is moving when you are lifting up the weights. And also, of course, it's really good to like Google my channel, look at the performance of the exercises, because it's really important when it comes to like the muscle contact and muscle mind. Also, when it comes to training, it's so important to always do your warm-ups because we don't want to injure ourselves. And also, hamstrings is like, it's so easy to pull the hamstring, like to injure yourself and to like do a quick move, or you're not warm in your muscles, so you just like do a movement and get a little bit too more stretch, if you know what I mean, and you get an injury. So we don't want that to happen. So before I do my leg workouts, or if I'm gonna train glutes, I always do my warm-ups. So I'm gonna sit on the bicycle for 10 up till 15 minutes, something like that, and also like with a resistant, so you get the muscle warm. Man, the English today. Okay, so you get warm in your body, you know what I mean. When we are warm in the muscles, we are ready to go. And when we are talking about like the contact in the hamstrings, I personally love to do exercises where I stretch out my muscles completely. So we're gonna do a lot of stretch exercises together with like contact in the hamstrings. So I'm not gonna show you the basic lying leg curl machines or stuff like that, even though they are so freaking good. I'm not saying that is a bad exercise in any way. It's really good. You can do it like single leg, you can do it with time under tension and like hold the weights together and then curl it up again. So that one is really good. So for those of you who like to do that exercise, do it, because it's I promise, it's so good. And you can also do it with a dumbbell, just lying leg curl with a dumbbell. But in this video, yeah, basically I'm gonna show you the exercises that I personally think is the top exercises. So we're gonna go into the gym and we're gonna smash a good session. See you inside. We're gonna start with stiff deadlifts, but first I wanna show you some tips on how to get this exercise right. We are gonna stand in a shoulder wide position with back, spine, and neck straight, going down in this position, feeling the stretch in the hamstrings, going up and down. Also really important to not lock your knees out. have them a little bit bent over, and you will get the right contact in your hamstrings. When we have the technique right, we can start the workout and load up some weights. The stiff deadlift is also really good for your booty, but the main goal is to find the hamstrings and get the stretch going. So we go down, straight, back and neck, going down and up. Really simple, slowly, steady, don't rush through anything, just feel the stretch and then go up. We are moving over to the next exercise, which is dumbbell single leg stand stiff deadlift. So we're gonna work one leg at a time. As you can see, I am leaning on one leg, but I'm using the other one to have the balance under control. Also important when we're doing this exercise, we wanna have the stretch in the hamstring. Don't lock your knees out. Have them slight bend and then go down and up. We're picking up the weights, standing in the same position and leaning forward. You can almost like lean a little bit backwards and you will find the right contact, I promise. Just take it slow and work through the reps. Switching over to the other leg, leaning on the right leg in this case, having the other leg as a help for the balance, and then go down. We are moving over to good mornings. This is a favorite of mine. It's a little tricky, but I'm gonna explain to you how we're gonna do this. So, in this case, I'm only using the barbell and no weights. So my tip is to start by doing this or start without any weights at all in the beginning, because this exercise will feel a little bit weird in the beginning. So once again, we're gonna stand shoulder wide, and when we're leaning forward, we're gonna press the booty and the hamstrings backwards. Once again, have your spine straight. So it's gonna feel like you're falling over, but as soon as you raise up your upper body, you will feel how this exercise works. Feeling the stretch when going down, and then use the hamstrings to get up straight again. So when we have the right technique, we can load up some weights, but be careful guys in the beginning, because this is a tricky exercise. It's really so amazing when you find the right technique and the contact is like amazing. So give it some time, be patient also. Like use only the barbell in the beginning so you get the right technique when performing this. Because once again, it can feel a little bit like you're falling over when leaning forward, but I promise that when you're doing this exercise, you will get what I mean and how the hamstrings work in this exercise. We are moving over to exercise number 4, and this is a favorite of mine. Wow, this is the Pilates ball ham curl. And I've chosen this exercise just because it looks so freaking easy, but I promise you it's not. And also I've chosen it because we're only using our body weight to do this exercise. So this exercise can be a little bit tricky in the beginning, but stay with me. We are gonna press the heels down on the ball, curling it front and back. You're gonna lean like on your upper part of your back. You can see how I'm doing it. I'm curling down and then up again, and I'm raising my whole body up. And I'm just keeping the upper part of the back down to the floor. And you can see like it killed me. Wow. Next up is the Bulgarian single leg Romanian deadlift. And that is a really long name, but it's a really good exercise. So once again, we're gonna keep the legs a little bit bent, straight back once again, leaning forward to feel the stretch in the hamstrings and going up. Basically, this movement is a little bit like the second exercise, the single leg stance stiff deadlift, but with the resting leg in an elevate position. And if you think it's hard to keep the balance from the single leg stance stiff deadlift, this is a really good alternative. You can also do this exercise with a lunge. So you do a kind of a superset. So you do a lunge and then you do a Romanian deadlift. So over to the exercise. Pick up the dumbbells and just lean forward. Just let your upper body follow the movement and the dumbbells down. Feel the stretch in the hamstring. Keep it nice and slowly and just feel how the legs and your hamstrings work. It's an amazing exercise. Switch legs and do the same thing. If you feel like you need to rest a little bit between legs, keep it like 30 seconds, max 1 minute between. You can also, as you can see how I'm doing it, I do a little squeeze at the top just to target the booty a little bit if you like. We are heading for the last exercise and we're gonna use the back extension machine for this one. The only thing actually that you have to have in mind when doing this exercise is to not bend over your back when you are going up. That's the only thing that you have to have in mind because it's really hard to get this exercise wrong. As you can see, if you have one of these back extensions machine as I have, I'm too short for this one. So as you can see, I've picked a yoga mat and rolled it up to a roll, and I placed it under my feet so I get up a little bit more and have my hips just above the pillows. I'm using a 10 kilos weight plate and I'm doing the reps just leaning forward slowly, stopping a half second, 1 second in the bottom and then going up again. One alternative is also to do this one leg at a time. So as you can see, I'm just picking up one leg, having it in the air, and then just lean forward, just as I did before. And you will feel the stretch in your hamstrings. Also, of course, you're gonna feel a little bit in your lower back. If it is too hard with the weight plate, just do it without any weights. Done for today. Really good session. I hope that you want to try this out. It's so good, I promise. And as we talked about before, there's so many ways to target hamstrings. You can do there's so many exercises, really so many exercises, but I've chosen to show you more exercises that stretches the muscle out instead of curling it. We have one curling exercise that I think is one of the best because you're only using your body weight, but it's so freaking heavy anyway. So I hope that you're gonna like that one. But this specific video that we did today, I'm gonna show you more curling exercises as well, but this is more for the stretch because I personally think that that is a really good way to stretch the muscle out before you're using it, if you know what I mean. You're probably wondering why I look like this, because this is not just from the 6 exercises that I showed you. So I also want to share as a finish of to finish up this video, I also want to share my cardio routine that I did today, because when I train legs or booty, I think it's really hard to do. Sometimes it's really hard to do intervals on a treadmill. It's hard to run after I've been using my legs in that way. You know, after a leg day where you can feel oh man, I can barely walk. It's so nice to, instead of running, I'm using the bicycle. And I really think that it's a really good way. If you don't want to do heavy cardio, it's so good to just bicycle for 10 minutes and you're finishing up a really good and heavy session with just bicycle in a slow-mo kind of slow way. You know what I mean? Oh, that's hard to to explain, but I think that you know what I mean. Like finish up a heavy workout with just some slowly bicycle movements for your legs to just like, it's so nice to just sit there and feel in your body how your session was and how good it was. And the cardio routine that I did today, I will write it in the description below because I haven't recorded, so I can't show you, but I'm gonna explain real quick. So I sit on the bicycle and I do max, like I max out for 20 seconds max, and then I rest for what is remaining of 1 minute. So I do 20 seconds of max, 40 seconds rest. So we have 1 minute. And after those 40 seconds of rest, I'm still bicycle. I still go on for like 40 seconds, but I do it in a slowly, like 60%. I'm using the bicycle like that. And then 20 seconds max again. And I do that for 10 rounds. So everything in the description below. I'm so tired, so I need to eat some rice cakes and I need to go home and eat some food. I can't like barely think. So I just wanted to share that one with you as well, because it's really good to end up your leg workouts or your booty workouts with some bicycle intervals, or if you just want to sit there, relax, and just like finish up your workout with that. Really good. So as a finisher, thank you so much guys for watching today. I really hope that you liked this video. Please press thumbs up and also don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. See you in the next video. Bye!